welcome back. Nukemarine here. This is getting close to the end of the how to use Japanese dramas to improve your language learning, or actually any language. So right now we've already split up a drama. We've imported into Anki. Now we're going to continue on the last part, which is how at least this is more of a subjective, and this is how I review kanji, or how I review dramas using Anki. First things you're going to need is this little program, EV-Win, or any type of dictionary program. I just happen to use EV-Win. You can also use online, like I think the Goo Dictionary or Yahoo.jp dictionaries. In this case, you can have this simple little free version of Dictionary. That's the free one version. If you're able to find it, there's the Japanese Dictionary, Kojin, and then Kinkyusha Dictionary, which is more Japanese to English dictionary. I tend to use more of the Kinkyusha and the Kojin. If need be, I'll use this Dictionary if I'm not finding an entry. All this is help me try to figure out what's going on in the words. I might make a video show you how you can set up an using various dictionaries. Or again, use what you're comfortable with. Other thing is, what I'll do is, while I have this, I'll have a notepad up of the drama script that I got from Dramanote and cc.dramanote. That way I have it there for quick reference, because sometimes what's in the subtitles may not be as explanatory as what you see in the script. It may actually use words that are kanjified or in kanji format, so that you have a better understanding. It's easier to then look it up in your dictionaries. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, bring up Anki, and I'm going to go into my sentence method, which is what I term for what I import all my dramas into. I'm going to show you first with these 13 cards how I go about reviewing. First thing I do is I always review what's due first, and then after that, and I'm done with all my other reviews, I then go into start learning new cards. So I only review what I've already studied, then I learn new cards, and I approach that with all of the material. Alright, so here's what I did. Is I happened to get some Japanese actors, and what I like to do is like Sasaki Koronosuke. These are actors that are in the dramas I've learned, just so I can get practice on names. It's nothing important, just what I'm doing. Matsuda Shota. Okay, another thing what I've done is I've created vocabulary cards in here, and what this is like, Densen or Running the Stockings, is from around 40. And you can't hear that because it's going over my headphones, but in fact, let me pause real quick. Alright, you may not be able to hear the audio going on, so I'm going to try to fix it for right now. But anyway, so it'll play the audio from the movie, and here's the definition. It's in Japanese, but alright, so I'll say that's good. Hayami, we'll just keep going through here real quick. Then here's normally what you'll be running into. This is just a line from the drama. My purpose is I hear it, although you can't hear it, and I read it, sort of like the subtitles are playing, and I'm trying to make sure I understand. So, demo nanimo ne na butareru ka fusu. It's normal, and I try to make sure I understand what the meaning is. Here I have a definition that dealt with it being in English. Fall down the heap. So it's talking about, is it normal for you to fall down the heap? And continue on with each one. So let me pause. I'll pause this and then continue on with my review so we get to adding new cards. Okay, now we're on the last card. So I've got Chitty, and we answer it, and there was the definition right here. And so now we're coming up with the words. Now, here it is. Now, for me, I know all these words. Otana ni nattara hanin sagashite sa. So, and I know that means when we become adults. So what I want to know is, if I just hear it, do I understand it? And I actually do. Otana ni nattara. So for me, I would pause it. And that just means that later on I'll be deleting this card. It's not a card that I'm learning something new. But let's say it was something I needed to learn new. Let's say I didn't know what this is. I would copy that, and I'd bring up my dictionary program, paste it, do a search. Let's say Kinkyusha right now, culprit offender. And so culprit offender. So all I would do is just bring up here, and down here under definitions, all I need to do is just paste that. Copy and paste. Right? And that's all I'm worried about. And if I know everything else, I can make a decision. Do I want this card to be referenced more of, am I learning the sentence, or do I just worried about for this word? I didn't happen to know what this word is. So if I didn't know what that word is, I can just do this, copy it into vocabulary, word, or phrase. Now right now it's set up where it's as like I'm watching a TV show. So I'm seeing the image, I'm reading the sentence, and I'm hearing it. If I wanted it to be a vocabulary card, I would go up to File, and I would, I'm sorry, take that back. Yeah, actually it would be here. So I would have to bring up another thing. So we'll close that out. Bring up the search. Then I can do is go to Actions, Change Model, and all I got to do is go to Change Model, change this dictation, which is what I'm calling the card, and change it to a vocabulary. Okay. Now when I look at it, close this out. Now it's just saying Hanin, and I would just listen to it, and I would add it like a vocabulary card. So it's your decision. Do you want to study it as a sentence card or as a vocabulary card? And it's up to you. Right now, I'm just not going to worry about it because I already know what that is. And bukuro, when you add the bu, it means all of a sudden it just changes meanings. This is, again, I can't teach you Japanese at this point. This is the idea of when you're doing dramas, is that you know your level, you know what you know what you don't know. And because those are words you have to look up. And you're trying to figure out what this sentence means. And all I'm doing is I'm just adding either a definition, let's say a phrase like bukuro. So that one, it's actually the entire sentence I probably don't know. So come in here. So let me paste in here and just do a search. Bukurosu. And do away with. And I can even have a little sentence if I want to. Sometimes what I'll do, I'll have a nice little sample sentences. I can copy that into the definitions, whatever. And the benefit of like kinkyusha, let's say the definition, the word isn't there. But let's say kuroso. What does that mean? This kurosona. Or kuroso. So let me do a search on that real quick. And nothing pops up. But I can do find a full search. Do a search. And what it's doing, you probably didn't see it because I don't have it in there. But you see it's going to search the entire dictionary. And now you're going to come up with sentences. And with this kuroso, you'll get a few example sentences of how kuroso is used in full sentences, giving you a better understanding of how this word is used in Japanese. So that means just knowing a definition doesn't help sometimes. Sometimes you want to know phrases or how it's used in a sentence. And that's where I find Kinkyusha is a pretty good dictionary if you happen to find it. Or find the ability to load it into your dictionary program. I don't think there's a free way of getting it. And that's pretty much it. I just go sentence by sentence. If I already bukurosona, I don't need to know that, so I'll pause it. I would pause this. I'll just go, essentially, what I'm doing is line by line, going through the entire drama, trying to figure out the entire drama. And it's kind of like you're watching a movie, you're pausing it after each line of the, that's pretty much what's happening. And it's already on your computer, so now I can do copy, paste, and look it up on a dictionary so I can figure out and usually if I have to look up, like right here, it looks like a pretty complicated word. Ni-chan, sangumi no, I would have to look these up, and it'll be pretty, probably a bunch of definitions. And that would be it. I'll just turn them into definition cards or vocabulary cards, just depending. And it could be I know every word in the sentence, but the sentence itself, because of how it's said or how it's being used, I just keep that in and just be reviewed for later. That's about as simple as I can put it. In fact, you can make it easier if you can add your the English translation. Let's say you used your English subtitles. You can reference that because now somebody else has done the hard work of figuring out what that sentence means from Japanese into English. And this is all I'm doing. It's almost like I'm just translating it, but I'm translating it just for me and only enough so I understand what the meaning is. So, I'm going to leave it at that. So that's part 9 or 10 of this series. I think I'll do one more series, tie everything together about the entire series of this, about, what was this, about an hour, about 2 hours worth of explanation going on here, and tie it all up. I hope this has all been useful for you. You saw how all the tools I introduced, and by seeing it you're able to use it easier than if I was just explaining it to you on forum.kohi.com or on the Reviewing the Kanji forums. And as I said before, if there's any questions, you need further illustration on the matter, please leave comments or write to me, and I'll try to either make a statement on the video or create a new video to help further explain any situation needs to pop up. Alright, and with that, thank you very much.